6 years ago, I didn't have enough money to buy a RZR to go race it. I had to finance it. And that hurt, because to make payments on something you're literally gonna go race and possibly destroy. You don't go out there, you're not easy on a race car. So in my mind, I was thinking, wow, I'm gonna go out here, finance a brand new machine. The first thing I've ever bought brand new, to be honest, actually, and go tear it up. That was hard. Now, fast forward 6 years later, we're sitting in my shop that I built at my house, and I race for Polaris Factory Racing. It's a full-time job at this point. So yes, the transition from where I started to where I am now has been an extreme difference. It's just amazing to see how my career has progressed over the last 6 years. 100%, yeah, this is definitely a dream come true. From when I was little growing up, I think my dad always talked to me about what would I love to do when I grow up, and being a race car driver was always top of the list. Middle of 2019, I picked up the latest and greatest at that time. It was a 2019 Polaris RZR Turbo S 4-seat chassis. We basically built it to eliminate the rear seats, and that's where my fuel cell goes. And we've kind of moved the seats back. I'm more centered in the car. I'm more comfortable. Everything fits me so much better in this new platform. As soon as I started driving this new car, I thought in my head, wow, I waited too long. I should have done this a year ago. It's a game changer for my program. I'm consistently at the top of the races. I'm running up front every race now, and I'm not feeling like I'm having to drive the car that hard. It shows this year. In March, we won, the Mint 400, which is the toughest race of this year. It was the most mileage that we've done. It was the most brutal course, and we went out there with this car, had no problems, and crossed that finish line in first place. That's a testament in itself right there, showing what this platform helped with my program. It's just changed everything about it. 2020 has been a difficult year. Everybody can agree. Races have been canceled, races have been moved. Now we're coming up to the UTV World Championship 2020. I had good luck there before. I've won it once. It was the very first year of it, and I have not yet had a chance to run the UTV World Championships on my new car. I'm really looking forward to showing what I can do in this new platform. I think basically the past few years when I've been struggling is just a worn out car that I just couldn't keep up with everybody anymore. We've changed locations, so nobody's gonna really have this course memorized anymore. We used to do the UTV World Championships at a course that we were all very familiar with, so nobody's gonna know the course. We're gonna be really looking forward to a course that's a little bit more driver oriented rather than just being able to, hold it wide open minus a couple, sections. It's gonna be more tight, more technical. We've got people coming from all over the United States, actually probably around the world, coming to this one race to battle it out, to see who is the best. And being that is a fantastic feeling. I've been it once. I'd like to do it again. This is basically the race. This is where all the big boys come to hash it out and see who can really do it. We're battling. You're breaking through the dust. Our platforms are so close to each other as far as the technology, the power, the speed. We're in production class, so we're coming up in each other. It's a driver's class. If you can bust through that dust barrier and get right on their bumper, and we're bumping each other to pass, and nobody's hurt feelings. It's pretty cool to see the amount of talent that's come to our class now. You've got names like Robbie Gordon, I know the Serapis guys. You've got big names that are racing in higher classes that are coming down because this class is fun. It's competitive. At the end of the race, a 400-something mile race, there could be seconds separating the top 4 drivers, because the top 8 drivers are so good now that we're finishing within minutes of each other. It's so crazy to get to the end of a race that big and know that you're winning by seconds. And you could be cross the line in first, but you're still waiting to see what the guy that started in 20th spot, he might be beating you on time. So you're sitting there stressing, because it's coming down to that at the end of these races. It's just amazing to see how much talent is stacked up in this class now and what it takes to win. You have to drive so hard to be a top guy in this class now. And the way that they've laid out this course this year with qualifying, I think that's gonna be super cool. It's not gonna be a random draw. It's gonna be able to put the top guys towards the front, and I think it's gonna be a battle towards the front of the pack. It's gonna be really wild.